Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Indian Vedic House. Today we are going to talk about another Sadhe Sati experience of somebody who wanted to be anonymous and share their details with us over email. So the native is Gemini ascendant and Aquarius moon sign. So his moon in Aquarius is along with conjunction with Ketu, and his Saturn is in conjunction with Rahu in the third house in the Leo sign. So when the Sadhe Sati of the native started, he was already in the Saturn Mahadasha and in the Antardasha of Mercury. And not to forget, Saturn is the lord of his 8th house and 9th house. So when we will go through the experience of the native, you will also be able to connect the dots with the kind of experiences that he has had during the period of Sadhe Sati. So let's see what the native has shared with us. I have been studying Vedic astrology for 9 years now as a hobby, and I know a lot. This is why I was concerned about my Sadhe Sati period due to the indications in my horoscope. But so far, it has been even worse than I thought. In a sense, my life went into a big downward spiral. Immediately, you would see the significant negative influence around my moon. Moon being in Aquarius, aspected by Saturn, afflicted by Rahu Ketu axis, and in Nakshatra Dhanishta, ruled by Mars. All malefic influence and no benefics. Ashtagvarga points in the first two phases, Capricorn and Aquarius, the weakest in the chart, 24 and 23 respectively. I am in Saturn Mahadasha, and Saturn is a malefic, 8th lord, afflicted by Rahu Ketu axis. So the 8th house is not afflicted by the Rahu Ketu axis, but the 8th lord Saturn, because Saturn is in conjunction with Rahu, as I said. As you can imagine, since January 2020, my life has gone into a downward spiral. This is what has been transpiring so far. My mother has been having significant health problems. In first phase, she stumbled and fell, which resulted in a shoulder injury that required an immediate surgery and rehabilitation time. In the second phase, she had a sudden heart problem and needed to stay in hospital for a few days. Several months after that, it was found that she also has a cancerous tumor in the lower part of her body, which required an immediate surgery, and she has been going through the procedure process now. I have also been having significant health problems. In the first phase, I had a spine injury and also an autoimmune disease, which I have been treating ever since. Even today, I had a serious spasm on my spine and I'm trying to rehabilitate. My financial earnings have been cut to a minimum since the start of Sadhe Sati, and I have been forced to significantly change my lifestyle to a semi-social isolation. I have also been trying to get a job since the spring of 2022 and had many interviews, but so far unsuccessfully. Contacts and friends have disappeared. The good news is, I think, as soon as March 29, 2025 arrives, Saturn will move to the last phase, which for me is the 10th house with much higher Ashtagvarga points of 31. So from 24 to 31 is a significant jump, and it is very likely that my fortunes will improve. So as you can see, the native has also spoken about the Ashtagvarga points, and as we know, not many astrologers take that into consideration. But if you have less than 27 points in a house, then the results are not great when a major planet transits through that particular house. And in this case, Capricorn and Aquarius have 23 and 24 points for the native, and the results have not been great, but he is very optimistic that probably the next transit of Saturn, which will result in the last phase of Sadhe Sati for him, will be better because the Ashtagvarga points in his 10th house are better. And we hope the same, we wish the same. As we see, Moon and Ketu conjunction anyways either causes health issues to mother or poor relationship with mother or early separation from mother. And in this case, when the Sadhe Sati started, his mother had several health issues. And when Sadhe Sati started, we also need to take into consideration that Saturn was transiting through his 8th house, which anyways would have been a little difficult, though in its own sign, but Saturn will give its effects accordingly. Saturn and Rahu conjunction is also not considered as great. It is, in some terms, it's called a Shrapit dosha, and people having Saturn and Rahu conjunction usually have struggles in their life. So that was the experience of the native. I hope you liked the video. If you did, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to share your story with us, do drop me an email at indianvedichouse@gmail.com. Thank you.